Yo, 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 yo. Blessed love and greetings. Shout out to all of the lovers of football. Welcome to Phillies Football Zone. You see me there. And I mean, I do some, exercise, you know? Ah. Yes, my people, big up on yourself. Good morning, wherever you are. And I mean, whether you're seeing this live right now or after, before and after. Do give thanks for the support, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm trying to make this a regular thing where, phoning. You know what I mean? Yes, a regular thing where phone in. If you wanna phone in, you know what I mean, I can make your voice be heard. You don't have to, whichever football fan you are, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we see a debate going around now on Talk Sport. Shout out to Talk Sport. Um, who's the better midfielder? Moises Caicedo or Declan Rice? See? Jason Conde, he said Caicedo, and I listened to Joe Cole interview this morning on Talksport. He said Caicedo, but I would say Declan Rice, mainly because I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm not being biased. In my opinion, I think Declan Rice has more to his game than Caicedo. Caicedo, good midfielder, work very hard. Um, he reads the game. Ever since when him there at Brighton, I'm a fan of him, But I was also a fan a long time of Declan Rice. And when he was linked with Arsenal, even before he was linked with Arsenal, I was saying, get Declan, Declan would suit us well. Yeah, so for me, um, I would say Declan Rice has more to his game than a Moises Caicedo. In all rounder, box to box, they both score goals, but box to box is more of a Declan Rice and energy and ball carrying. That is the edge I give to Declan Rice. Declan Rice can run with the game, run with the ball, running with the ball. I have to be very skilled to run with the ball. You know what I mean? All these sessions I did, to deliver, to get my level 2 coaching badge. So yeah, man, let me know if you would like to call in. The line is there. The WhatsApp number is there scrolling across the screen. Yeah, man. +44 7424 940369. You can WhatsApp or you can send in a WhatsApp message, or if you want to call in, you know what I mean? You can phone in. Yeah. And this is something I'm gonna try to do regularly now to help build the platform and also to hear the views of Arsenal fans and other fans as well. Yes, I say you don't have to be Arsenal fan. You can be any team at all. Tottenham, what is going on at Tottenham? What Jed Spence and Van de Ven did, blank the manager, fan him off. I think that's very out of order and disrespectful, And Tottenham fans, you are phone in Tottenham fans if you would like to have a discussion. See, and I think that's very disrespectful. No matter what the circumstances or the situation is, the style of play, or was it because they lost, and they didn't want to go and face the fans? Well, that is the narrative being played off by the manager in his post-interview. Thomas Frank, he was saying the players are upset that they lost, and he understand. I think it's more than that. Because if that was the case, why would Jed Spence do this, fun off the manager and shun him, and then You know what I mean? Walk off the pitch. Van de Ven did the same thing. Maybe they didn't really want to go and face the fans because the fans were cussing them. They played horribly. They didn't play well. You know what I mean? Chelsea played better. But why did Chelsea play better? Because Spursy didn't play well. You know? So I don't know. I think there's more to it than just losing the game. Maybe the style of play or the formation or I don't know. You know, I don't know. But whatever the circumstances, I think the situation, I think that was very disrespectful. You know, not a good sight to see after the game. You're walking off doing that to your manager, not even acknowledging your manager. You know what I mean? Yeah, and can Arsenal go all the way? Can Arsenal go all the way? Let me know in the comment section below. Or if you want to phone in on our discussion, yes, I think it's still early, 10 games in. We play 2 more games then international break. I think, you know, with the depth of the squad, I honestly think they can, as long as they keep them foot on the ground and stay focused. You get me? Yes, I think they can. And Mikel Arteta, since he started his reign as a manager, he has learned. And yes, he spent a lot of money, but is now reaping the success. Rome wasn't built in one day. You know what I mean? And some of these fans and the owners them of the clubs, they want quick turnaround result. And the football doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? When I start a new job, you need time to work yourself in and get used to the atmosphere, get used to the machine, get used to your co-workers, them, you know what I mean, the staff members, them. So you need time. We see what Wolves is going through right now. West Ham, Southampton, you know, all those clubs, they go through like 3-4 managers in one season. That is not good. You know what I mean? And credit to the Cronkies, them. You know what I mean? They stuck with Mikel Arteta and believe the project, the process. And just know, say, listen, we are wealthy owners. We're not gonna listen to the fan base. Yes, we listen to the fan base, but to a certain level, because if they had listened to the fan base when they were saying Mikel Arteta out, he's not the man for the job, he's too young. If they had listened, where would Arsenal be today? I don't know. So I saw signs from Mikel Arteta did the project and that documentary. Yeah, I saw signs and greatness in him, you know. And it's a learning level. This is his 6th year now in management since he got his badges. And he has proven the first season he finished 8th as a rookie manager. Second season he finished 5th behind Tottenham. I myself wasn't happy. You know what I mean? And then the 3rd season, 2nd. The 4th season, 2nd. 5th season, 2nd. And now his 6th reign. There's signs of having, he built his own team throughout that time. And that is how football work. That is how football work. You need time, you need luck, you know, and you need the players them to believe in your project and your style of playing, and so trust the process. So it works in many different ways. Not just about winning. You know, football comes with luck, respect, trust, and yeah, and honesty. As a manager, you have to be honest to yourself, to the fans, and to the players them. Pick who you think is fit to go out there in the starting level or go out there and win the game. and play a good game. Don't use favoritism because they like this player. Even though he can't do a good job, you still have to put him on. It's not going to work. You're going to end up being found out and disrespected by the players them. Players them not going to play for you. Right now you can see all of the players them are playing for Mikel Arteta. And all of them signed new deals. Magalhaes signed, Saliba signed, and we have Real Madrid fish sniffing around and other clubs sniffing around our defense. Not just Saliba, also Gabriel Magalhaes. But they all signed. 1 year we signed the new project, the young prospect them. 1 year already, Dowman them signed. Skelly them signed. And those are the future for Arsenal, first team. So credit to Mikel Arteta and the team. I think they can go all the way, Yes, if you want to call in, please, there's the number scrolling across the screen. Let me check the phone. Let's see if now WhatsApp message for me. Yeah, man. Shout out to West Ham. West Ham finally won their first game under Nuno. And I think he's now finding his team, and the team are getting it. That's what I'm saying, Managers, they need time. To settle in and get used. The players them get used to him and his coaching staff, and then understanding the style of play. So you can see West Ham played different. They played better yesterday. They played well than when he just came in. You can see the changes and the players them look more comfortable. I am still not sure about that. The defender, Carter, something like that. That I thought he gave Murphy, the Newcastle player, he gave him too much time to shoot the ball. So I'm not really sure about him. So maybe Nuno Santos he's still trying to find his team. I love how him give the new West Ham player, academy player, his game. He scored and he got this pattern. Scored, but it was disallowed, rightly so. But yeah, if you want to call in, if you want to send a text, I can read it out. I can read it out. The number is scrolling across the screen. You can WhatsApp. See it? +44 is the area code. Yeah, but I'm not going to try to do this regularly, so if you want to phone in and talk about your team, we can have a discussion. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Gyökeres finally finding his feet. I remember Gyökeres didn't have a preseason, He didn't have a preseason. So right now, these 10 games are like his preseason. Had he had a preseason with Arsenal, he would have been more advanced and maybe would have gotten more goal out of him. Because he came to the Premier League, first ever playing in the Premier League, never gotten this chance when he was at Brighton. Went to Sporting, started it up, scored so many goals. He was way above that league. So now he challenged himself and come to the toughest league in the world, one of the best league in the world, the Premier League. And again, the fans, them, the media, criticize, critics, mock and jeer Gyökeres, Oh, he's not good, he's not this, he's not that. And it goes back to the same thing as I said earlier about Mikel Arteta. And any managers at all, you need time. You need to be given time to prove yourself. In the Premier League, you see players come, some of them find their form quickly, then them fall off. Some take long to settle, then them find them form. Some don't find them form none at all because new culture, new country, new atmosphere, and all them know is Spain and Italy and other countries, So coming to a new country, it's not easy to settle. Luckily for Gyökeres, he was in England before, playing for Brighton, representing Brighton and another club as well, I think. Yeah, but he's now finding his form. Saturday against Burnley. Yeah, you could say yes. Burnley is a championship team that just got promoted, but no game in the Premier League is easy. No game in the Premier League is easy. And Saturday was one of his best performance. He had good games, but Saturday was one of his best. His hold-up play, Lincoln made 2 assists for Saka. And Saka, unfortunately, didn't score them. But you can tell, you can see, Gyökeres is going to shine. And under Mikel Arteta, he's going to shine. Look what Mikel did to... he changed Havertz. When Havertz just moved to Arsenal, the amount of criticism and hate we get from the Arsenal fans, them bashing. At one time, I felt so sorry and depressed for how Havertz felt in himself. The fans, our own fans, mock and jeer him. And we slowly, Mikel stuck with him, believe, and know, say, he's the coach. He knows what he sees day in, day out on the training ground. You know what I mean? And he stuck with him. Obviously, Havertz became one of the vitally important players for the team. Worked really hard. Yes, his finishing could be better, yes. But Havertz plays a pivotal role in the squad. And when he comes back, Arsenal will be much more stronger and dangerous. Yeah. 2 different striker, 2 different type of player, Gyökeres and Havertz. Plus, you have Jesus. Jesus said he wants to stay. And I mean, even if he's not a player, he wants to stay. And that's what I like to hear from a player. He don't want to leave. He wants to stay at Arsenal. Jesus. Yeah, so that's what I like to hear. The unity in the squad is just different right now. The love and the bond. You have to credit Mikel Arteta for that. I mean, so back to Gyökeres. All the jeering and the mocking and he's not good he's not good. We need a different striker. We should have gone for Sesko. I can't believe me hear some of the Arsenal fans them saying these are the new fans. I've been an Arsenal fan since I was a child. Back home in Jamaica, my family them used to live, aunts and uncles used to live near Ivory, Yeah, and my family live near Upton Park as well. But I always get Arsenal stuff like the hats, them and jerseys and so when I was a child. They get me. So that's how I became an Arsenal fan. And growing up I love AC Milan as well as a defender. I just love what AC Milan defend from I was a youth, Maldini and yeah, so AC Milan became my second club, but Arsenal my main club. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I moved to London, I went to a few Ivory games, in the early 2000s. Yeah, so to see some of these fans nowadays, them don't understand football. They're impatient, and enough of them is on the social media just criticize and send hate on them thing there, But we say no to racism, them thing there. Send kick it out. You get me? But yeah, man, Gyökeres is gonna find his form. He is finding his form. And he is gonna score a goal. I'm tipping him to score at least 20 goals in all competition this season. Maybe he score more, but that's my aim, If he score more, bonus for me. But I'm giving him, putting a mark, 20 goals in all competition. I know we play tomorrow. Arsenal play tomorrow as well. Yeah. We're traveling to Slavia Prague. And then on the weekend we have Sunderland, Sunderland play tonight against Everton. So I will be watching that game. And then looking forward to playing them on the weekend. City and Liverpool play play together on the weekend. So whatever that result be, it should suit Arsenal once we get the win. You know what I mean? And Arsenal right now not conceding any goals, and not saying we're not gonna concede, but I don't see us conceding 2 goals. Just to the way the team is playing and defending. I saw in the second half against Burnley when we lost the ball. Was it Money we lost the ball or something? But Burnley was attacking and they defend. If you see how everyone ran back, chased back to defend, like we're not conceding today, we're not conceding no goal, clean sheet, and everyone sprinted back behind the ball. You know what I mean? And that was like, yeah, that is the Arsenal, That's the Arsenal. That's Mikel Arteta team. You know, if you don't do your job, Mikel is not going to play you. And that is what I'm talking about. As a manager, you have to be honest to yourself and honest to the players them. Yeah, man. So that's my take on it. I think I'm going to do 30 minutes of live streaming, maybe it's the first. But if you want to phone in, and talk about the team, feel free to do so. The number is scrolling across the screen. You can WhatsApp or send a message and I will read it out. St. Phil's Football Zone, I'm a qualified referee and football coach. Level 2 football coach and level 5 referee. I did 4 years in the semi-pro professional Ishmael League on the line and the Southern Counties East Football League as a level 4, in the middle as a referee. Yeah, great experience, 4 seasons. I had 1 season where I was out where I was in Jamaica refereeing for 1 season. Great experience, doing the Premier League out there and the Super League and the Manning Cup football, schoolboy football. Great experience, man. My native country, Jamaica, I had to get my FA clearance from the FA to go and referee out there. I spent a year out there, yeah, man, and it was a great experience. Shout out to the JFF and the CASAFA. See? Yeah, man, and the JDF. That's where we trained every Saturday. The Jamaica Defence Force, Yes, and shout out to the footballers out there. The Premier League, the SIGBAT, the Super League, Manning Cups, President Cup, the schoolboy football, courts. Yeah, man, we need more infrastructure in the Jamaican football industry to develop the players them. Because a lot of skilled footballers are out there, Them just need better infrastructure, and more better playing facilities like the ground football grounds. Yeah. And we can get the best. There's good players out there, man. Like the Liam Baileys and Ricardo Gardner and Ricardo Fuller. Them just need that exposure opportunity and again better facilities. You see me? But yeah, man, back to the Arsenal. Can Arsenal go all the way? Can Arsenal go all the way? Let me know in the comment section. Drop a comment or if you want to phone in, you know what I mean? Yeah. Is it? Maybe I should have put the link in. I don't know if you want to join the live, but next time, you know what I mean? It's the first. I'm just testing out StreamYard. Shout out to the fans the Premier League over the weekend. We saw Man United drop points. They came back they were leading. Then they came back and drew against Nottingham Forest. Ruben Amorim. Is he the right man for Man U? I don't know. And I don't business. West Ham got their first win against Newcastle. Newcastle struggling. Terrible away form. They haven't won no game away. You know what I mean? Wolves lost again. Sacked the manager after giving him a 3-year contract. Last month, they've sacked him. Wolves. And Wolves deserve to be where they are, you know? No offense and no disrespect. But Wolves, they had good players and good manager Gary O'Neill, in my opinion. Good, promising young manager like Mikel. He just needed the support. And he had the players them, you know. When he was at Bournemouth, he did well. And he went to Wolves. He did well. But when you as a club get rid of your best players them, how many good players left Wolves? City buy them off. Man U. Every season, they sell them best players them. So what you expect? Look where they are now, fighting relegation battle. And they have 28 games to go. They have a chance to survive, but it's going to be really hard. They need to win at least 10 game, 10, 11 game to survive. So far, they have won none. You know, even though you're a team not expected to be in the top 4 every season or even the top 6, if Wolves have kept their players them over the past 2 seasons, maybe they could have been a top 7 team if try finish in Europe, because they had good players. They had Kuna, you know, they had I think 2 players went to Man City. They had some good players. They had the midfielder, very talented, Lima, something like that, yeah. But they had Wolves, they had some good players, and they sell them off. No, they're fighting relegation. And that is what is the ambition of those clubs. You know what I mean? Credit to Brighton. Brighton does the same thing too, but Brighton scouting system very, very good. I don't know. Them selling good players, but them always find back some players, you know? And like Brighton is like a feeding club and a business. You know what I mean? Them get good players, but them sell them. And them always find some good young players again. Brighton. So credit to Brighton and them scouting team. But what are the ambitions? They can't just sell a good players all the time. If Arsenal was like that, we wouldn't be in the position where we are now. You know, if Mikel Arteta was like that, you know what I mean, and the owners them, Mikel Arteta built on what he has got. You know, look at Martinelli. You know, Martinelli can deliver as a good player, and he kept him. You don't want to get rid of him. Mikel Arteta have ambitions. He wants to win trophies. You know, and every managers want to win trophies, but the owners them who own the club and put the money in the club, at the end of the day, I feel them choice and decision. The manager or the head coach doesn't have no say over that. Who they want to sell or keep. You know what I mean? Mikel Arteta kept his best players them and add an addition to the squad. Such as Inkapia, very good player. Mascara, very good player. You know, when we had it, signed Declan Rice, that was a good addition. Very good player. Zubimendi, very good player in the replacement of Thomas Partey. You know, Eze came in, very good player. So we kept most of our players them and had a few. Enough club, Wolves get rid of all of them good players them. So how you expect for a foundation? Any manager's not care how good you is, you're gonna struggle if you don't have the tools to do the job. So that I reach Wolves. That's what's happening to Wolves right now, you know. Yeah. You know what I mean? Aston Villa lost against Liverpool, trying to play out from the back, misplaced pass from the goalkeeper. I don't like to see that. If you don't see no options, kick the ball long. And that is what I'm seeing from David Raya. He plays from the back and he's good with his feet. But when there's no pass on, go long. You know? Go long and regroup again, start again. Nothing is wrong with kicking the ball long. You don't see no passer, you're still trying to play no from the back. Cost your team a goal. That's what happened to Aston Villa. Shot themselves in the foot. And if them never concede that goal, I think they would have gone on to score. You know, because Liverpool would have gotten frustrated. The fans them would have gotten frustrated. You know what I mean? I mean, no, say you can't make Liverpool fans them wake up at Anfield. You know, it can affect the opposition. We saw it happen against us Arsenal last season. When Havertz, was it last season or season before, when I think Havertz did something that wake up the fans them. We had them under pressure. And the fans them just find that energy and noise. And Liverpool went on to win the game. No, we drew 2-2. Yeah, we drew 2-2. But we were winning. You know what I mean? So Aston Villa, they're finding their form. But I thought that was some bad decision making last weekend. You know what I mean? I wanted them to draw, so at least draw, you know. I beat Liverpool, so Arsenal can extend the lead. Even though we're happy where we are, 7 points behind ahead of Liverpool and 6 points ahead of City. But I think with our depth squad this season, them can go all the way. Them have the experience, you know what I mean? Them have the maturity, determination, hunger, everything I can see right now in the Arsenal squad. In the players, them. The ones them who have just joined, them know the history. Them know it's a play thing. The Mafia come on board, settling quick, and fight with the experienced players them. And they would have known that Arsenal finish second three for the last 3 seasons. So they know. So everyone is fighting for the team. Mascara came in and didn't disappoint. You can sense his confidence. It's like he's been in the Premier League for a few seasons, you know, Mascara. You know, and these are experienced players who plays high intensity football and in some ferocious atmosphere, you know, in the Spanish league and the Bundesliga. Incape and Mascara, yeah. Yeah, man. So good look for the Arsenal. Big up on yourself. Gyökeres finding his farm. I think Mikel Arteta rested him, you know? Rest him. And the thing with Mikel Arteta, he's so comfortable in his press conference now. When he just started, he was a bit rough, nervous. You could tell he was being coached of what to say and what not to say. But now he's just free flowing, you know, sitting around the desk and answering questions and being pragmatic and stern, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So Mikel Arteta, very confident, and you can tell he's a seasoned manager now. You know what I mean? And he's gonna go on to win great things with Arsenal or not with Arsenal. You know, I will always be a fan of him and grateful for what he has done for the club so far. Mikel Arteta, yeah, man, it's gonna be a good, great manager, proven. And to hear Joe Cole praise him more than once this morning on Talk Sport. It's such an honor, you know, as an Arsenal fan to hear. You know what I mean? Everyone is admiring Mikel Arteta now and giving him his flowers. Even though you don't have to win things, you know, people just can see that this guy knows what he's doing and he's gonna win things. Just like when you see a player, I say, well, I can tell a good player. I develop players. I do personal training. I know when a player is good or they have the potential or the ability. It's the same with Mikel. I can see say he has the potential and the mindset and the know-how and the creativity. Invent his own ideas and style. And the players that are playing for him, you know. I just hope that he wins. I'm hoping and praying that he wins the Premier League this season. To silence his critics, some of the Arsenal fans them, who still don't believe and unsupportive of him. And also please the ones them who believe and love Arsenal and know say, yo, it's not. Yes, we want to win trophies. It's been a long while now. But at the end of the day, we are football fans. And we have to accept the wins with the lose. You know? No one play to lose, but you only can have one winner, and that is the understanding I have as a football fan. You know what I mean? And as a human being, you know, we have to take the win with the lose and the loss. And the football is coming under luck and them thing there. You know, last season we should have won the league and we fell apart on the base of injuries, you know, and the squad depth. And also agree that Mikel Arteta overplayed some of the players them. But you have to give and take. You have to understand. He didn't have the squad depth. And some of the academy players them, he didn't. Not saying you don't trust them, but they didn't have the experience to go up against some of these men who are experienced oiled machine in the Premier League to get the result. Hence why he didn't have them on the bench, but didn't give them much game time. Him try to work it out with Wayy, you know, and players get burned out. No doubt Saka was burned out, overplayed, you know, Havertz overplayed, you know, Timber came in and had to overplay he played a lot of game minutes last season, Timber. And this is why, you know, Andrea Berta came in and said, yo, Mikel Arteta together, they decided that the squad depth, I know Andrea Berta is an experienced man, you know, well experienced. And again, we have to credit the board, you know what I mean, credit the owners them, because Andrea Berta, how many years he had with Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid? Diego Simeone been at Atletico about a decade now, if I'm right. 1 years. And he has won things with Atletico Madrid. Had some good teams, great moments. And Andrea Berta was there with him. So that's where I credit the board. When I heard the board was gonna Andrea Berta coming in, I was like, yes, the right person. Because he has experience and he knows players as well. And he's gonna guide me together, him and Mikel Arteta. He will guide Mikel Arteta because he has more experience in the game as a sporting director, you know, and working with managers. Andrea Berta, yeah. So that was a great addition, a great moment for Arsenal. And look at it now. We got the players them, we got the squad depth. Mikel Arteta needs to go and deliver. He needs to win the Premier League this season, or at least win something. You know, Joe Cole tipped us to win the Champions League and the Premier League, and we can, because we have the squad. We have one of the best, if not the best, defense in Europe right now. You know what I mean? I watched Inter Milan last night. I think we're playing them after the international break. We have Inter Milan. I watched them last night against Verona, and they struggled. They won it late. Not, you know, they won the game 2-1 late on in the last minute. And you know, Verona could have won it as well, but again, I said that is football. Yeah. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, small margin. You know, yeah, man. Bayern Munich is on fire. We have Bayern Munich also. That's gonna be a testing one. You know what I mean? In the Champions League. But I'm confident in the team and the way how they are playing. You know what I mean? For each other, supporting each other. Yeah, man. So I just say a thing there, you know what I mean? Phillips Football Zone. Shout out to the Gunners fans them. Yeah, man, can't wait for this week. It's for tomorrow to see us again in the Champions League against Slavia Prague. It won't be easy. We just have to go out there, approach the game very professional, and get the job done. Clean sheet, and return back home safe and sound. Recover and prepare for Sunderland. You know, that's another test. We went through Burnley. All of the teams that we were jinx us last season, we beat them this season, and that's a good sign. West Ham was a bogey team. You know what I mean? Newcastle, for me, when we beat Newcastle over there, I said that was a turning point. That is a big motivation lift, like a big curse. Lift off the players them, you know, that give them the belief and say yes. Because time and time again, we go up against Newcastle, we play good. Newcastle they play rough and try to bully us, especially Joe Linton and Guimaraes. But we sustain it, but we just couldn't get over the line to beat them. And when we beat them the other day, Newcastle, I was like, yes, this is a big motivational lift for the players, them belief that they can go on and beat anyone now. We beat West Ham, you know what I mean? We beat Newcastle. All the teams that we struggle, we beat them, struggle with. We took points off us last season to help us not to win the league. You know what I mean? We beat them. So we're going looking forward to the Sunderland game, and the players just have to have the right mindset and know say, yeah man, we are going, we need the 3 points. Doesn't matter if we concede, we need the 3 points. You know? But I don't see Arsenal conceding no more than a goal or 2 if we concede. You know what I mean? Yes, man. So Champions League tomorrow. Arsenal, can they go all the way? I think so. Yeah, man. I think so. And I said to my wife, recently, Arsenal win the Champions League. I'm shedding, I'm not crying. I'm shedding tears. I have a song, check out God Bless Arsenal. Yeah, man. I wrote the song and sang it. It's out there on YouTube, it's on Spotify. God Bless Arsenal. Check it out. God bless Arsenal. All the players and us, the fans. We rule North London. God bless Arsenal. Make them victorious. It's clear and obvious. Arsenal is embedded in us. God bless Arsenal. Arsenal is our team. One day they will fulfill our dream by winning the Champions and the Premier League. Yes, we do believe. Make them victorious. It's clear and obvious. Arsenal is embedded in us. God bless Arsenal. Yes, go and check it out. Check it out. You know what I mean? And you can share it to a friend, God bless Arsenal. Check out that song. Add it to your playlist. One day they will fulfill our dream by winning the Champions and the Premier League. You know what I mean? Mikel Arteta has changed the club, changed the philosophy, changed the atmosphere, the fan base. When I go to the Emirates, I sense the togetherness. We still have 1 and 2 fans who chat rubbish about Mikel out and he's not the man and football rubbish and set piece goal and how can you be an Arsenal fan and not happy? Huh? After we go through so much sufferation over the years, missing out of Champions League. Arsenal is a club, should always be in the Champions League. Every season. Man, same for Man United as well. And Liverpool are expected to be in the Champions League. And you can say Chelsea too. You know what I mean? Yeah. To be in the Champions League every season. And when we missed out. At one point, I had no interest of renewing my membership. I think when they reached out to me, I told them that I'm not gonna renew about the country. Yeah, I was offered my season ticket and at the time I wasn't in the country, me and my son. My son is now 20. Yeah. And I signed him up for my kid. He been at the ground as well, playing with the Muscat and them thing there. So we were offered the season ticket. By the time I was out the country, and the pursuing my music and so forth, and at the time I didn't have the money, So I turned it down, but I'm still on the list, the waiting list again. God's pay my life, hopefully I will get offered again a season ticket. So I can go to the games and home and away, I love my football. But yeah, man. Most of the fans that are making the noise are not the ones going to the stadium. Mostly the online noise, social media noise. Yeah, but credit to Mikel Arteta, and I'm grateful for what he has done to the club. As me saying, change the mentality, change the atmosphere. The club was in a mess, and he knows because he plays for the club. He played for the club, and to see, he came in, started off slowly. It's like you have to creep before you walk, and that's what Mikel Arteta did. He crept till he start walk, and now he's running. Don't be surprised if I see Arsenal do the double. And I know they're aiming to win. They might go for the World Cup, the cup them. I want the Carabao Cup. I want the FA Cup. I want the Champions League. And I want the Premier League most of all. You have to speak it into existence. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to the Arsenal fans, them. You can save that number, please and thanks. And also, so next time when I'm going live, if you want to phone in or if you want to send a text, I will read it out. Whatever club you represent or support. You see me? Yeah, I'm just checking the phone and to see if anything come in. Yeah, so this is my day after this, so I thought let me do a live. I might do a watch along later on with the Sunderland Everton game, if it's convenient to do so, because my family is a football family. The kids them, and my wife she supports Chelsea. Yeah, we're all a football. So if I can watch it and do a watch along, I might do it. If there's no noise and so. But if I watch the game, they're gonna want to hear the commentary and so, so maybe it wouldn't be feasible to do it. Yeah, man. So big up everyone, man. A blessed brand new week. A brand new week. Big up everyone who live to see it. And I'm reading the messages them. Yeah, I wish you all nothing but guidance and protection. Have a safe week, safe journey. May the Lord We take you through your watch over you going out there forwarding, you know, coming in upon you and your loved ones. And I mean, have a productive week, a productive day. Stay positive and conscious. Do the right thing. Help someone if you can. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, please hit the button. If you're gonna subscribe, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It helps the channel. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers and some watch hours so we can get the channel monetized. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I know why so we do reviews and give analysis and player ratings and unbiased views. You know what I mean? On any team at all. You get me? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So big up on yourself. Thanks for your utmost support once again. Yeah. I think I'm gonna close off now. So if you wanna save the number, there is it on the screen, scrolling across. You know what I mean? +44 7424 940 369. Yeah, man, the football zone. St. Phil's football zone. I'm Phil. You know what I mean? Level 2 football coach and also active referee. Yeah. So big up on yourself and come on, you Gunners! Yeah, man, thanks for your time and big up on yourself. Thanks for watching. Share and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? If you want to phone in, feel free to do so. I mean, it will be an honor and a pleasure to meet you and become a friend. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to be an Arsenal fan. See, it's all about football and respect the game. And respect each other. We can have our own different views and opinions and debate. We can start a debate, you know what I mean? And yeah, we love to hear your views on your club and what you think of the manager, the players, them. You know what I mean? Or what you think of Arsenal. Can they go all the way? Yeah, man. So become a member, become a family, become a friend, and become a fan. I feel this football zone. See? Big up on yourself and have a blessed day once more. Blessed week. And stay safe. Yeah, man. God bless Arsenal.